Okay, listen up! This is serious business!
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
You goddamn right this is serious!
Yes! It is your boy, Kevin Gordon Thomas.
You already know who it is. It's clutch time.
It's the Arliss. You already know. Let's go.
And this is called Serious Business, the Not So Serious podcast.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Fellas, how we doing today?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing
good?
good. Y'all?
Fun fucking tastic, man. You already know.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
So
I
said, it is Kevin Thomas. Yes, this is me. Clutch Time's here. Arliss. Listen, Serious Business, the Not So Serious podcast. We're gonna be talking about a little bit of everything and a lot of nothing. That's what we do. We're still trying to figure out like who we are and what we're gonna like hold.
We're us. That's who we are.
I know who I am. I know who I am. Thank you, Lord.
Can I get an amen?
So yeah, man. Listen, this is what we're gonna be doing as often as we'd like to. You can check us out. We're gonna be making sure that we post this on every other Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Bringing it back.
Trying to be consistent. You already know. It's gonna be like a pepper pot. You know pepper pot? Pepper pot soup.
Guyanese thing.
Yeah, they have like a soup. They just put a whole bunch of shit in there. You know, they mix it up. Yeah, that's like our podcast. We're the pepper pot.
So,
for now, we're
Pot,
gonna figure it
and
out.
Pepper Pot's nice, man. Like Pepper Pot has like oxtail and and it has like all kinds of meats. Because they were saying like my brother's fiance, she's Guyanese, and she's saying like at like old times in the village, they would literally just leave the pot running for like days. Yeah. And they just put food, and it's like steaming, whatever.
Yeah,
put food.
man.
And somebody would come and stir it and then leave, and then next person would come and food.
Crazy
so
shit.
that's what the Serious Business podcast is gonna be. Just every time we're coming and we're adding stuff and we're stirring it, and you're gonna love
flavor.
it.
Oh man,
a lot of flavor, right?
Next thing you know, you're gonna be like, "Geez, I don't even want to eat anything else." What the hell's all these other shit? Like pepper pot soup. You already know.
So a little bit about us. I guess I'll go first. Kevin Gordon Thomas. My mom gave me a name like Ricky Bobby, but she added in another first name. I'm a videographer guy. I do a lot of stuff. I'm into martial arts, so I love it. I don't know. Clutch. What about you?
Clutch time here. You know, I do construction right now. Cooking background, so look out for those Cooking with Clutch episodes.
Nice,
you want to know
nice.
how to make something quick and fast to make it last. And
Okay. It's the Arliss. You already know I put in work. I'm a nerd.
Yep.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I am.
Big nerd.
But like, you know, people don't ever know until they come into the office and they be like, "Oh shit, this guy really is a fucking nerd. What the hell?" But you know.
So that's it. And I feel like it's let's just jump right into what we're going in on. So I like when you look at the three of us and where we've come from. I've known these guys for quite some time, since like Clutch. I've known you from high school, elementary.
Years.
I would say 13 years.
Something like that. Yeah. And then Arliss, I known you since college. So that's like 2011. So you know what I mean. So it's been a while, man.
And I've known Clutch since I moved to Brampton. I actually always remember the first time I actually met him. I bought this ball net and I put it up in front of my house. And then like one day I came out and then him and Adrian, you guys were outside. And he's like, "Yo, you want to play ball?" And I was like, "Yeah, the fuck."
Me down.
And then that was it.
Yeah.
It started out like that.
Brought that to the
moved it to the circle. Yeah. So
Yeah, man. Yeah.
it's been a minute ever since I moved to B-Town, yo.
Brampton, man. And I'm actually still in Brampton. And you know.
Yeah, we left the trap.
Where are you guys now?
I'm out in Mississauga, down by Port Credit. Yeah. Chilling by the water.
I'm out in the burbs in the country in the Milton.
In the burbs.
I guess Brampton is a burb anyways. It's a suburb.
Yeah, it is.
But it's not like I'm in like the farmland, you know?
I guess. Well, trust me, when we like when we were coming here yesterday, we were driving, my girl's like, "Yo, this is I never even knew Derry could come out this far."
Right?
So she was like, "Yo, they need lights on this road."
Derry has no
But then you
lights.
hit into Milton, you're like, "Oh shit, this is
developed.
there's civilization."
Hey there, Paul.
It is not rural at all. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So again, like, yeah, we've grown up a lot. We've done a lot of dumb stuff and a lot of good things. Clearly.
Yes, sir.
So you guys are fathers.
Yes.
I obviously when we were much younger, we weren't really thinking about being a dad. But even then, like even when I met Arliss, he already had as his daughter, right? So,
yes, sir.
Like I want to know because listen, I love my girl. I aspire to marry her one day. and do the whole marriage, kids, house, all that great stuff. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about dad life. Like, take us through a day in the life of just being a dad.
All right, you want to go first?
Well, first off, you need a lot of alcohol in your house. Let's start with that. But like having children is everybody always says like I'm a different kind of person. Everybody says it's like it's like this blessing. And yes, it is a blessing to have children. But like for me, I've never felt that way about children like everybody else does. Like I love my kids and obviously I'm gonna do what I have to do as a father, but like I don't feel the same way like that everybody else would about kids.
No. Okay, hold on. So, what are you talking about?
All right. So when a lot of people when they have their first kid, they cry, or whenever they have kids, they cry. I didn't cry.
Okay,
I was happy, but I wasn't like, oh my gosh. I'm not saying I hate my kids or anything or hate being a father. Like being a father is fun. Like having kids and boys and girls that that's like the miniature version of you is fun.
Yep.
But like for me, it's just not the same level as it is for a lot of people.
I feel like okay. So disclaimer for everybody out there: Arliss has no emotions. Let's just get it out there. Okay. Arliss is
just before you think he's an asshole. Just before you think, you know what, fuck this guy.
Arliss, yeah, he has very little emotions. I don't know where it stemmed from. I don't know what went on his head as a child or whatever is growing up. But Arliss and emotions. So you never cried through any of your children.
I haven't cried since I was born, bro.
Now,
I came out when the doctor slapped my ass because he came out. He's like, "It's a boy." I just looked at him like, "Nigga, who you slapping, bro?"
You're in your pockets, fam.
Yeah, but you were obviously excited and ecstatic. Like you weren't like one of those dads that just like runs out and just like,
no,
clearly not.
No, like kids are it is a life-changing moment, for sure.
Yeah,
you have this kid and you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna have this thing for like the rest of my life. I have to take care of this and I have to care about it. Like I don't want to raise a murderer. I don't want to raise like some crazy ass kid, but like it's just not like the same. Like for me personally, if I didn't have kids, I don't think I would have felt any different.
Yo, I'd like to just to like go off on a short tangent. I'd like to one day go and like they should make a documentary on some of like the Columbine kids, like the parents.
Yeah.
Like to see like what atmosphere do they truly grow up in. Like, and I don't want to hear like the regular, oh, he grew up in a great house. No.
Right,
something happened. You don't just grow up in like this great household. Mom and dad and like something snaps. Like there was some breaking point that was there. Do you know what I'm saying?
You don't just go and shoot up a school. Like,
no, you know what I mean? Or like run up and play, or like a church, or you don't run up in like
that shit's crazy.
In a movie theater and all kind of foolishness and like bust shots of a shotgun. But anyways, no. So it's beautiful how you love your kids, but then you cry. But one day he'll cry when his kids are like millionaires and say, "Dad, yo,
here's 10 grand just for nothing."
Nah, not even that. And he's gonna be like, "Yo, Dad, hold this 100,000."
I'm gonna be like, "That's half of what I spent on you, nigga. You best it's a half, bro. You best run them pockets."
Yo, okay, Clutch. Being a dad, you definitely cried.
No,
you look like you cried.
You didn't cry?
No, bro. You look like you about to cry just now talking about your kids. What are you talking about?
No, I didn't cry. I watched my kid born from like start to finish.
Yeah.
So like I seen it all and
oh god,
no, I didn't cry.
Start to finish. Yeah,
Like
eye contact.
Bro. That's the most. Isn't that shit traumatic? Like when you see that baby come out of there, and there's like so much. Like honestly, like when I watched my all my kids, I watched all my kids, and when I seen them come out, and there's just you see them come out, but they're just covered in so much blood and so much shit. You're just like, damn, bro. Like
no, mine came out clean like Charlene.
What?
Like what?
Clean like Charlene. There wasn't that much blood, so she came out looking native, but pigment came out later. Yeah, everything worked out.
So how are you adjusting to dad life?
Still adjusting, still learning. Everything's different every day, but they grow fast. Time is.
So just to give some premise, Arliss has 3 children.
I just have one
2
daughter.
Yeah, so 2 boys, one girl. The girl's the oldest, and the 2 younger boys. And then Clutch has 1 little beautiful baby girl.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, what's the one thing that the biggest thing that you guys had having your kid, or still learning, because you went through 3, right? So you obviously have more of a track record. But like, what's the biggest thing that you had to learn?
I would say their cries when they're younger.
Like the type of cry, like knowing how to respond to it.
Yeah, like what they're actually telling you that they need.
Yeah,
like whether they just want food or their diaper,
which ties into a lot of their personality. Learning their personality and like how they are. They're just so different. As like Clutch's daughter is completely different from my youngest.
Yeah,
like they're just completely different. And you can't really, and you're gonna have to like adjust to that and be able to raise them to their attitudes. Yeah. Like my middle kid, you could if he does something bad, you could yell at him all day. It's like, okay. But my youngest kid, if you yell at him, he's gonna go off and throw a temper tantrum. Like, you can't tell me no. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. And then my daughter, she's gonna cry. So they're all different. Yeah. So like when you learn their personalities and how they are, that makes a real big difference on like raising kids. Like you don't like. You want kids, right?
Yeah, 100%.
How many?
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
No. Listen. I'm not trying to have a tribe.
Clutch, you want a football team?
Yeah.
So is there a number?
I want. Yes, like 3.
3?
3, 4 max. How much you trying to have, Clutch?
Maybe like 5.
Jesus.
Wow.
Okay.
You need Jesus if you're gonna have 5 kids. Listen,
hey man, my kids are gonna be running the basketball courts. Listen, they're gonna roll up together and just slap everybody.
Listen, my dude, there is a verse in the Bible that says, "Blessed is the man where his quiver is full." Brother, you know the bow and arrow, that thing you pull out.
Yeah, the quiver. Yep.
Yeah. Bro, 5.
I watch Hunger Games.
Clutch. Oh damn,
bro. Like 5 is a lot, man.
That's a lot, son. Like, you're bringing it back to, like, island times. Like, you know when they say, yo, me come from, 7 sister. The 7 sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom comes from, like, there was, like, 5 girls.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, how many,
my dad has 9 brothers and sisters. And
they had nothing else. Listen,
they
put so much pressure on today's age to, like, you have kids. Hold on. You're 27? You don't have the picnic yet?
I want a bomb.
Yo, remember when we was 22, man, there was 2 picnic, 3 house, 5 car? Yeah, in an economy where $2 could buy you anything.
$2 could buy you a car.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? May have 2 houses, all 2 of them worth $50,000. You have $50,000? No, I can't even buy a house. I can barely buy groceries for $50,000. What do you mean?
Yo, man, just like it's crazy. Like, you know, like even just like double standards, like they don't understand it.
No,
man.
they don't.
They don't understand it, boy.
But they just want their Grand Pitney them. You know what I mean?
No, they want somebody to. Yeah, they definitely want somebody to play with. My mom is. Listen, I'm the baby of 3 brothers, and my mom thinks that I'm gonna be like the first one to have kids. I think she thinks it in her mind that I'm gonna be like the first one to have kids. Yeah, and that's not gonna happen. That's not happening. Listen.
So like what kind of a time frame are you thinking about? Like 3 to 5 type of thing?
Okay, listen. So after all this time in my life, finally, I'm finally focused to do what I want with my life and to be scheduled and save money and all these great things. So, you know, I had a plan. I had a goal. Yeah. And my brother just crumpled that up and threw it in the recycling bin. He gave me the reality of the world and bills and all these other things. So I would say let's say 6 years.
Oh geez, man, you can't
5
wait
years?
that long, bro.
Listen, I'm 27 right now.
Yeah. I had
27?
when I was 27, I had 2 picnics.
No, for you're 27?
Yeah, bro.
Shit.
You didn't know?
Nah, age
I know,
is
me look
like...
sweet, You look sweet
I
like chocolate cream.
It's like, damn, time just
crazy,
goes
yeah?
by.
Yeah, man, 27, bro.
That's flying by.
All right, let's hold you now.
33.
Wow.
Wait, I think.
Bro,
Or
I
32.
think you're older than my brother. You guys the same age. What year were you born?
This guy's dissing me right here.
No.
Why do I have to be older than your brother?
No, I'm just.
Why can't I be like, oh, yo, you look pretty good for 33?
Yeah, no.
Why is it gonna be? You gonna look old shit. You look older than my grandpa, and he's dead. Like, why does it have to be like that?
Okay. What year are you born? 87?
86.
86. So you're older than my brother.
Oh God.
See, these niggas just say you dissing
It's
him.
beautiful. No, I just listen. It has nothing to do with how you look. We won't even get into that. Clutch. How old are you now?
29.
29. Oh, yeah, okay,
I would like everybody to know that I am a young, strapping 33. Very physically fit. I look like The Rock. You know, people compare me to The Rock. I like to say John Cena, but, you know, whatever.
Because you can't see those abs.
Oh my gosh, man. Well, yo, listen, because like, and it's crazy because we've done a lot. We've been with different people in our lives in terms of relationships, and then just backing off of like what our parents were going on with, like double standards for even just for like couples. Like, how have you guys been able to just adjust when it comes to like being in relationships and things like that?
I don't like how you're switching that subject. 3 to 6 years is too long, bro. 6 years is too long. You need to be. You need to be. 6 years is too long.
6 years?
6 years is too long, bro.
27. That means I'm 33.
I'm sorry. I'm not letting you
kid.
get out that easy, bro. Honestly, you want to have kids before you're 30, man.
I'd like. Okay, dude, listen to me. I don't want to be in my mom's house and have a ute.
Fair.
I'm not one of them dudes.
Okay, so
Fair.
move out.
So
move out with your girl.
bro.
I did it.
I know, but like, yo, listen. I don't. First off, listen. What I want to do, I have nothing to do with religion or anything like that. Just what I want to do is I want to marry my girl, then I want to have a house. Okay, if you want to just talk about kids, I want to make sure I marry my girl first. And to marry her, I'm not gonna be in my mama's house and be married to somebody. That's
No,
whack.
sure.
To me, that's whack. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah,
Listen, whatever situation is situation. To me, I ain't about it. Right. So I want to make sure I'm married, and because if we're married, then I should be able to have a house where we both can produce children. Right. So
you guys want privacy. That's basically what you're saying. You want privacy.
To smash. No, listen, I want us to be able to, like live in our own house. My original plan, I have an original plan and I'd like to see it come to fruition. But I just have to continue to work where I'm working right now. Mm-hmm. Big ups AMG, Amendola Media Group. That's where I'm working right now, and I love working there. Shout out to John and everybody. Listen, the way I love to hustle, who knows, man? God might have a different plan where it's like my brother said it'd be like this, but if something else happens, whatever, then other things can just come to fruition and be what it is. Yes, 6 years, bro.
It's a long time.
Me even saying 6 years, it's like.
Yeah. Because one of my things were when I was having kids, like I wanted to be done having kids at 30. Wow. It didn't work out that way, but I wanted to be done because I wanted to be able to, when I was 60, and that's before retirement, my kids would be 30. Like, you know how much growth you could do with your kids within that age? Yeah. Like you can still kind of relate to them. Like Asmira is 11. She's 11, 12. Yeah. And like, she's going to be like, I'm gonna be able to relate. Even now, sometimes I can't, but I'm gonna be able to relate to her more than was if I was like older, like how our parents are in comparison to us. And that's one of the things that I as a parent recommend for people. It's always harder to do it when you're younger, obviously, because everything's not like set and established. But it's better to be able to relate and be able to run on the soccer field with them because I can't do that right now.
Like cardio.
I guess. But I just got to come up with a better plan. Like I wanna. Man, shut up. I want to. 6 years, whatever. Listen,
it's a long time, man.
In relationships, how long you guys been with your significant others?
Years, lifetime.
For me, it feels like a lifetime, but it's only been 2 years.
But you said that like so beautifully, like it was just the way you looked up in the air, just like.
Because if you change your tone of voice, you could be like, "Oh, it feels like a lifetime."
Yeah. It's the way you say it. It's the way you say it, right?
No, it honestly feels like a lifetime. Like we're just on each other's same wavelength. Like
you're enjoying your time.
She could say something, and I'd be like, you know what? I was thinking the exact same thing, and like since day one, we just clicked. We both love sushi, and.
That's all that matters.
Like sushi, yep. Yeah. Sushi and blazing, so.
Sushi. So, we all get into arguments with our couples.
Yeah.
I want to talk about like certain double standards with relationships.
Okay.
We're just, and that may be heated right now. Our babies will probably be listening to this. Well, no, I told you to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, bring one up. Go ahead. I know Arliss already has like a bunch in his wallet. He's been ready to waiting to talk
Years.
about.
I got years of backlog.
Hold on. So how long you had? 7 years.
7 years. Yeah.
7 years. Clutch, you've been
2.
2 years. Me and my boo, it's a little bit over a year. Actually, it's like two, cause like 2 weeks.
You guys
2
just
weeks.
had your anniversary.
Yeah, we just had our anniversary.
How's that?
It was cool. I think we should do the same thing what we did every year is where I go over and she cooks food.
Well, that sounds good to me.
Right?
Yeah.
I was very happy.
Yeah.
I came in the house and she's like, I'm waiting. So then I don't want to use the microwave. I want to make it in front of you. So then it was like I came in the house and just that waft. You hear that? You smell that waft of food.
Like a uppercut type thing.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it was it's beautiful. I think we watched Chappelle's show or something like that. Mm-hmm. I'm really trying to culture her a lot.
Yeah.
She knows hip hop and she knows like the culture and stuff, but a lot of things she doesn't know about.
It is a very big process.
I think
it's a very lifetime, long term process.
Like
to
for
do
you,
those things.
because okay, my girls, she's sort of like
we're all in interracial relationships.
well, okay, yes, let's say that, right? So being that, like, is your girl like was she like a hip hop head from the get go?
Yeah. Funny thing is, one of her friends is Jellystone.
What?
Money can't buy me happiness,
Yep.
but I can feel when I can buy what I want, get how what I want.
What I want.
She knows
Really?
Jellystone, yeah.
Damn. Clutch? I mean, Arliss?
No. So like my girl's like a Ontario Northern Frencher, so she's like, she's French, and like she's not like she grew up in like Hamilton and Burlington and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's not like she doesn't know.
Yeah.
But like she's not cultured like I showed her oxtail for the first time type of thing. I'm like, yo, listen.
Yeah, for
We're having
Sokomaro.
oxtail. This is oxtail. We're eating it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's a tail. Yeah, it's a tail. It's the
tail.
greatest food
Yeah, it's true.
on this planet.
It's true,
Literally,
it's true.
bar none.
It's true.
People talk loosely about other foods. They'd be like, yeah, I love this. I love sushi. But realistically, we know oxtail is the greatest food on the planet.
Oxtail, rice and peas, oxtail,
You know what I'm saying?
please.
So ever since it's it's a process. You guys gotta
So like
bit by bit.
No, my girl, look, she loved hip hop. She down with it, but there's like a lot of other things that she didn't know about. You know what I mean? That I had to introduce her to, like little references and things like that. You know what I mean? So it's just like opening her up to those things and like introducing a lot of new content that she might not have seen before. Like me, like I've seen every Chappelle Show episode.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I wasn't
Twice.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we have the DVD, so it's like when I would go over the house, like I'll bring that and we'll just watch that. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll send her a bunch of a lot too. Like we're all music heads here. So for instance, like if we're going and we listen to a song, and sometimes the rappers will reference like an old song, or like a different rapper's lyrics. Like okay,
you gotta explain that.
If you listen to Kanye West song right now, like one of his older songs, we're not talking about new Kanye right now. If we're talking about the older songs, what's the one? Welcome to the good life. Good life, right?
Good Life.
He says,
T-Pain.
50 told me, go ahead, switch your style up. And if they hate, then let them hate and watch the money pile up. Now, if you don't know that, you wouldn't know that that's actually from the song In the Club.
Yeah.
Right? That's like those references where a lot of rappers do that a lot, right?
Yeah.
So
that's part of hip hop, right?
right. So they or they're like they'll sing a riff of a song. So I'm like, oh baby, that's that, you know what I mean? And when you sing it with the song, you like it brings you back to that moment of that song.
Yeah.
And then she's just singing the song, she love it, and like she not feeling it the same
She
way.
don't know.
So then I'm like, nah, baby, it's this, and then it really comes from that, and then that's the sample of this song. So it's a lot of that, and then sometimes I can see her get annoyed because like I'll damn near like I'll just pause the song right up.
Be like, listen. She'll be in mid dance, like, okay, so here's the reference here, this part.
yeah, right.
If you look at Exhibit A,
You know what I mean? Hey, I'm gonna just say right now, Genius, Rap Genius.
Yeah.
The original name was Rap Genius, but
Yeah,
then
they came a
couldn't-
long way, man.
But first off, they're very smart to start as Rap Genius, and that's just one mark, and then just drop the name of rap.
They must have paid some dough for that genius.com because that's what they have now.
Yeah,
you must
yeah.
have put up some money to
Hey,
get that,
you-
yo.
but think about it.
Genius.com,
If
one
you-
word?
Yeah.
Yo, I've tried looking up some domains.
No
one
Scrabble?
word. When you're seeing like 5-6 figures for a domain site, you're like, Jesus, damn.
Yeah, man.
Just want my name.
No, okay, but no. So and then again, like just teaching your couple, your spouse, all those things. Give me a double standard that grinds your gears, fellas.
Well, this is more like women in general.
Oh my god.
Oh god, we're gonna get in so much trouble.
You guys are.
You know,
I'm just a moderator.
things are gonna be like, you can, it could be something so small as leaving a dish on the counter, and they be cussing you out about it, like, yo, put it in the dishwasher. Like, why don't you put it in the dishwasher? And then the next day you come down, they leave the dish on the counter. You don't say shit because you're just trying to leave. You're just trying to leave to keep the peace. You know what I'm saying? So you just be like, you know what? I'm gonna put this in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
So that it's just little things like that, and like, what can you do? That's just how you survive as a couple. You just have to be able to deal with each other's faults and, just work on it. That's what I do. I just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, I would say I'm learning, because there's sometimes when it's like I really want to give a shit about something or like really get at her for something, and it's like, man, I just need to chill.
Well, you got to think about, like, what is this gonna cause? Like, what's gonna be next after this?
The repercussions.
Yeah.
Like so even there's this one fellow, he's a martial arts instructor. And he told me one day, he's like, Kev, it's not about being right all the time, but it's just being happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't necessarily, like, you as that person, you don't have to necessarily be right, even though you may know for damn sure you are right.
Yeah.
But you just got to be happy in that moment, because, do you know what I mean?
Well, is your happiness at the time? Say you wake up in the morning, everything's a good day. You guys get up, you do what you got to do. You're straightening up. You go downstairs and there's a dish on the counter, and you're like, shit. But it was like a good morning. It's the weekend. It's a Saturday. It's a good day. Like, am I even going to bother? Like, what's the point? I'm just going to grab this shit. I'm going to throw it in the dishwasher, and then we're just going to carry on. But I'm going to keep a mental note for next time you try to bring this shit up to me. but like, you just got to do it. You guys do it and just keep the peace as best you can, because, my girl, she ain't got no filter, and she don't really care about keeping the peace. So it's just like, whatever. It's like, yo, it's on when it's
Like
on. It's
radon
on
charm.
site. You know what I'm saying?
It's on site.
It's on
It's
site.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
Damn
It's on
right.
like- it's
And
on like
she
Donkey
actually
Kong.
loves Donkey Kong. It's on site. So it's like, sometimes you just got to be like, you know what? If it's on site with her all the time, maybe I'm just going to be off site. Maybe I'll work remotely today. You know what I'm saying?
I have to agree with Earl. It's about the same, especially living with your spouse. Sometimes you got to pick your battles.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to take the L, and you got to take the L just to
Damn right.
keep the peace. Because
Bro, we take L's, man.
take L's daily.
Fuck it.
Like you said, you wake up in the morning, everything's good. 8 o'clock comes, you're getting that text like, oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. It's like, but then by 12 o'clock, everything's good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we like for instance, when I was telling my girl, like, I don't ever want us to dwell on nothing.
No, move on.
Move on. Like, I feel like even like, our parents and like the Caribbean mentality, like, some of them hold on to things, yo.
Oh, man. My mom used to be like, yo, Brian, you know what? I don't think you care about me. I'd be like, why? She'd be like, because when I clean up, you wash your hands in the sink and you move your hand over and you drip on the floor. And when you drip on the floor, it leaves like a little mark sometimes. She'd be like, you drip on the floor and I just clean up and you didn't wipe it up. I'd be like, Mommy, like, I don't even live with you anymore. That was 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, are you serious right now?
First off, let me just say, like, it not until maybe like 6 years ago was 4 years ago that mom was cool with me even like washing my hands in the sink, man. You crazy?
Yeah.
Wash your hands in the sink.
And if you're washing it in the sink, there better be no dishes in there.
No. You have to go to the bathroom, man. Are you crazy?
Oh, my mom would be like, you wash your hands in the sink if there's no dishes. Don't wash your hands on top of the dirty dishes that she's gonna wash just now. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Like, how Caribbean people are. It's weird.
But like, I don't want us to dwell on nothing. Like, I know I see some Jamaicans that say, yo, you see what you see what Franklin did to me 20 years ago? To this day,
Clarice.
Lord, my God, only Jesus could make me look the man in the face and say good morning. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't ever want. That's why I tell my babe, I say, yo, when I told her from the get-go, from when we first started dating, I said, listen, when we have an issue, let's deal with it right there and then. If you, and there's been instances where it's like, you know, I think there was one time, such a not petty, but just a whack moment when we were both really mad. And you learn a lot about perspective, because there have been times when, you know what I mean? Like, I thought it was 100% right.
Yeah.
And then we didn't talk to each other for like a couple hours.
Yeah.
And then when we finally like sat down and talked, I was like, oh shoot, like, you know, I was wrong at that time and she was wrong at that time. But again, it's like, it's not dwelling. Like, yo, if you look, and maybe hopefully we can like post it over and then not get like flagged for YouTube stuff. But like, there is a clip of Bernie Mac and he's talking about how pom pom is powerful. that thing for the woman is powerful. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying how like
weapon of mass destruction.
Wars have been forged.
For sure.
So he was saying how him and his wife one time, they weren't speaking for like 3 weeks. One time, and it only took like it had to.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. Jesus. 3 weeks. Now, mind you, obviously he's Bernie Mac and he's telling a joke and it's fabricated, whatever. But even the fact, like I've talked to people where they said like they haven't talked to their husband like all week. What?
Can you imagine? And that creates so much like discord and like
animosity. Yeah,
like, you're just like, yo, I haven't talked to her like a lot can happen to it, especially like some guys like. When back in my day, if I was being a sleazeball, you didn't talk to me for a week, you can pretty much write that relationship off.
Yeah.
Because after that, you don't know what I've been doing. Yeah. I don't know what you've been doing. And then that's just going to create a whole nother conversation as to like, yo, okay, so I haven't been talking to you for a week because we had this issue, but what happened during this week?
Like, you know what? That even brings me to like, you know how whack it was back in the day when we were younger and it's like, oh yeah, we're taking a break right now.
Oh my gosh, I don't do that.
Like how stupid?
No breaks.
How stupid was that?
There's one break. It's called an up. The break. That's the only break. If we can't deal with it, then obviously we're not strong enough to make it all the way. And yes, even if it takes you a week of not speaking, but you didn't break and you didn't break up, and if you come back, that obviously means you're strong enough to make it all the way. There are some things I believe that you can have a hard stance on when you have like, I have certain rules with my girl and certain things that I will be like, okay, this is like a no compromisation on. Like this is like how I feel strongly about something, and they're known in the relationship, you know what I mean? Yep. And so this is like, you come to this line and this is a no-go. I'm not budging, I'm not thinking, and yes, I will not talk to you for 3 hours for this because you violated a rule that we know, and we both have ground rules that we just stay away from. Even when we get in fights, sometimes you get in a fight, you know, things get crazy sometimes, but there's a certain level where we never get to, and that keeps a lot of things from getting out of hand. Yeah. And I think that's a good way of dealing with things too. You just have to have a strong line that they know, like, okay, I can't go here because unless I want this to be over, I know this is just a disagreement, but I'm not going here. Yo,
and I feel like there's like a yin and yang because, like, you know, you can, and this is what's missing in today's day and age. And everybody talks about it when they talk about cancel culture, whatever. We can disagree.
Yeah, it's okay.
And still be friends.
It's okay.
And still be cool. Like, yo, I can argue with Clutch and I can argue with Arliss, and both of these niggas are wrong.
What? I'm never wrong.
90% of the time.
What are you talking about?
But we can still be homies. And Clutch is looking at me like, bro.
Wrong? That's not even in my vocabulary, nigga. What do you mean?
You know what I mean? But like, you could still be cool. Listen, and you could still be cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're oh man, it just. So with relationships, you know, listen, I am far from a guru. Let me give that disclaimer right now. I'm far from a guru. I'm learning every day how to be a better boyfriend, aspiring to be a husband, aspiring to be a great father.
It's a constant
fiance first.
Huh?
Fiance first.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There's levels.
Levels.
A fiance?
Shit.
Yeah, it's boyfriend, fiance, then husband.
Yeah, same thing, man.
No, it's not.
Same thing. Bro, you're not even. Are either of you married?
No.
I'm engaged.
He's engaged.
Oh, that's right. Give me a touch, bro. Ah, that's right.
Yeah, he's engaged. There's levels to this thing. And like, And you know what? That's funny that you guys say that because
I feel like that's like purgatory. It's just like you're just there.
I mean, sometimes it is, but we live in a day and age where like marriage isn't really like a mandatory thing like now, like how it was like back in the day.
True,
Now
true,
people they're choosing to not be married, which is all good and well.
Do the
like,
whole
whatever.
common law thing, right? Something
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
Like me personally, I want to get married. I want to do the whole wedding thing, but I'm just taking my time. Like this guy at work always talks to me about he's like, "Oh, you've been dating your girl for a long time. Why don't you call her your wife?" I'm like, "No, I take it serious. I take it serious.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna call you my wife when you are my wife
Yeah.
because marriage is actually a serious thing to me, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
plan
true.
to get married. It's
Once.
the it's the only wedding I'm having. That shit's expensive. I ain't doing that twice, nigga. What do you mean?" So I take it serious. So when I'm engaged, that's when I call it a fiance.
Yeah.
And maybe sometimes in lieu of a better word, I might just say wife to somebody that I just see in public that I never see again.
Yeah,
but in
true.
terms of like a serious conversation, I say this and that.
Now, do you feel like again, that's one of the things, like if the way I want to do it, I don't want to be a fiance for like more than a year. Like I don't want to do the now, mind you, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. I just personally wouldn't want to be how long have you been engaged for?
About a year now.
I said about a year.
How long do you plan to be engaged for?
Well, the thing is, like, we already have an establishment. Like, we know what we want to do. We're cool with just getting like the papers at City Hall and then boom.
Yeah, for sure.
We're okay with that.
Yes.
No, for sure.
Because
I completely agree with that.
because in our mind, the same amount of money we're gonna spend on a wedding,
Bro.
you can put that to a house.
Oh, what?
Bro.
Trust me. And that's the thing.
Why
This
spend
guy-
60,000 for the day when you can put that towards your lifetime?
And that's
I
the
don't
thing.
get
This
it,
guy
man.
told me
I don't get it.
he's like, yeah, I got married. I spent like a good
20
40K. 40K. And I was like, oh damn,
In
that
one
must have
day,
been a
but that's for
nice
other people,
wedding.
too. That's for other people.
That must have been a nice wedding. I'm like, did you enjoy it? He's like, honestly, I was sitting there thinking, how the hell am I gonna pay for this shit? It is expensive.
Yo.
But I kind of agree. I don't want to be engaged for a long time as well, which is one reason why I haven't done that whole thing. But I don't know if I'm gonna do a year. I might do 2, maybe 3.
Dog.
Like it just depends. So
I want to do it. Listen, if I'm ready to get married, I want us, within the year, or not within a year, like a year max, and then we just get married. Oh, guys, you went to like a really touching topic on my heart, which is the Western society being like not infatuated, but like being so focused on this like white wedding thing. Like, have you guys ever watched a show Adam Ruins Everything?
no. Oh yeah.
So
that
Adam
guy's
Ruins, so Adam Ruins Everything is a show where he takes the biggest misconceptions and he kind of just like thwarts. Is that the word? Thwarts?
Yeah.
Thwarts them, kind of like to show like the inconsistencies in them.
Yeah.
So for instance, like why we like wear rings? Why do we give engagement rings?
Yeah.
There's places around the
Did you
world.
see the one about the diamonds?
Well, that was that. That was the engagement ring one.
No.
The diamonds?
Yeah, it was just about specific diamonds. The ones about the engagement rings, he was talking about like why they did it.
Yeah, why they did like the Burrs Company and then
Yeah.
they did all
Oh
that
no,
stuff.
that was the diamonds.
Right.
one.
Okay. So it's the same one. It's the same
Why
one.
they-
The
yeah.
diamonds. Why they're seen in this way.
Yeah, it's
but
right.
like when he's talking about like the weddings, like it was, for instance, why do we even wear white? You know what I mean? It's because
Yeah.
we were following. We're following like in the Elizabethan time. We were following like what the Queen was doing. So then
Yeah.
everybody else. And again, like back in the day, everybody else was broke. So it was like.
Queen.
You know what I mean? Everybody else was broke. So it's like, yo, you want to get married? Okay, let's get married. You know what I mean? In the 50s, oh, baby, I love you. I want to get married. And then 50s, and the 50s, 60s, that's where it like all started. They started to like put all this propaganda, like, you have
Oh
to.
yeah, because it's money, man. It's a big
money
money
grab.
making business. And now look at where we are now. People are spending 50, 60, 70, 80
Yo.
$1,000 on
Yo.
a wedding.
Dog.
And to be honest,
So hold on. If people spend $50,000 to $60,000 a day, why don't we
one
just
day.
open a wedding company?
because it probably costs more than that because you gotta
Well-
have a venue, you gotta have like bare shit. And to be honest, I would throw 50 grand on a wedding. To be honest, if I had 50 grand to throw, I would throw 50 grand on a wedding. Because I wouldn't mind having, like, I've been to some poppin' weddings, man. I've been to some poppin'
Yeah,
weddings,
same.
and I
of
can't
course.
lie. And I've been to like some 50 grand weddings, and you're just
Listen.
like, even to this day, I remember, I'm like, yo, that wedding was fire.
Yeah.
But we don't know the stress that they're going through. But that's only if I had it. If I'm gonna spend 20 grand on a wedding, okay. But I'm at the same note as I'd rather spend more on my honeymoon more than I would on my wedding day.
That's where I'd be down to like put like 10 G's down to like go somewhere
Yeah.
spectacular.
That you can spend a week in a place that you've never been and have a moment that you've never had that you will remember forever.
I'm so down for that. And it's like, yo, for a wedding nowadays and the amount of money you got to spend, like I don't understand why we're so infatuated.
You don't make the money back.
Yeah.
You barely break even.
Barely.
You barely break even.
It's like,
But which is why I say this is why you gotta do it if you can do it. If you can do it, just do it. Just fucking do it.
Listen. My baby says she want to have a wedding, so obviously I got to do it.
Yeah.
So and she understands my concerns with it.
Yeah.
Not my concerns, how my heart's bleeding for it, but it's she was like, "How we don't have to spend as much," and and I'm like, okay.
There's ways to do it.
Obviously, yeah. So it's gonna be like that'll be a special serious business podcast about how I budgeted a really cheap wedding that looks super fly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'll be a good.
You know what I mean? Because like I think the one thing I'll have to spend money on is like the people doing the videography because I'm an editor. Listen,
for
yo,
sure.
and this is the thing. Like, yo, watch as I wanted to say, the most expensive wedding that I've edited. I don't know how much they spent. And there was an Italian couple. And it was an Italian couple and Korean, and on every table in this wedding, I'm editing this. I've never seen. I wasn't there. Obviously, I was paid to edit it. So I'm editing it, and I'm opening up all these clips, and I'm looking through all of them, so I don't miss nothing. And on every table, they had Ace of Spades.
Jeez.
If you don't know, people, go look up how much Ace of Spades bottle cost.
Yeah.
How many people were at this wedding?
G-notes.
Huh?
How many people were at this wedding per se?
People, maybe a couple hundred.
How many
G-notes.
tables?
Oh, bro, you can't ask me that question. I don't know, man.
It's like what, 40, 50?
Something like that, maybe.
See, and that's the crazy thing. Like you can spend, and like that's probably a pretty nice freaking wedding.
It
Oh
was
yeah,
dope.
Italian
it
and
looked dope. It
Korean. You
looked
got
dope.
the
It looked
Italian
dope.
mob and the Korean.
And the triad. No,
And
and
the
the
triads.
Korean triads.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's like, I mean,
So you
they
had-
probably can do it. That's the thing. They probably can do it. And like I don't want to say like I'm a cheap guy, but like on a one day, you're gonna spend like 50 grand. To be honest,
Honestly, yeah. That's what
I
it looked
would
like.
do it
Yo.
if I was. I mean, there's a couple of the things I'd spend 50
Yo,
grand on, but
they-
I would do it for my wedding, bro. Yeah, I would do it. I would do it.
I bet you one of the dishes was like a penne kimchi.
Bro, I would do it. Yo, honestly, when I first started talking about like my wedding, I wanted to be like, yo, my wedding's gonna have like my
Bro, I
dinner
had the
course is
same
gonna be
time.
all Caribbean, bro. You're gonna come out, your first plate's gonna be like chicken foot soup. I don't like chicken
Nah,
foot
we're not
soup.
doing chicken
But chicken foot soup or pea soup, and then your next course is oxtail. You know what I mean? But then I realized that oxtail's expensive as shit. So fuck that shit.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
Man's are getting chicken.
I remember somebody was telling me
Wings.
how
Chicken wings.
So I'll for both. So back in the day, I remember I was talking to this older head, and he was telling me that when he first came to Canada from Trinidad, because everybody from Trinidad TNT, I love it there. And he said when he first came here, and I think it was in the 60s or something, they threw away in garbage bags oxtail and chicken wings. They didn't know the value of it. And people didn't need it over here, right? In Canada, they didn't need it. He said he used to go home to his wife with garbage bags full of chicken wings and oxtail and put it in the freezer. And then after a while, he's slowly seen it in the Chinese stores. $1, $2. Now, like oxtail's like what? Like $10 a pound?
Yeah, like 14 actually.
Oh my God.
There's a place up the
I
road
don't buy
who's
it. My
doing
mom
it.
just makes it.
For doing it frozen. Usually fresh oxtail is more expensive than frozen. There's
Really?
a place up the road that sells frozen $21 a pound, bro. That's like one
Yeah,
tail.
but how's it taste?
I don't know. I didn't. You think I'm buying $21 a pound ox? I'm taking my ass down the street to Oceans, bro. I'm getting that $14 a pound fresh oxtail. I ain't getting no frozen. I don't cook. I
Well,
don't
you
cook
can
frozen.
save that $20 and go to your mom's house and get the real deal Holyfield.
Nah, I cook better than my oxtail than my mom, yo.
Hey,
I
that-
cook
that's
better
level
oxtail
up.
than my mom, yo.
That's level
I
up,
can't
man.
even lie.
That's
I
level
can't
up.
even lie.
That's level up.
I put in that oxtail work.
Yeah?
I don't think I've ever had your oxtail.
No, I'm gonna
No.
have to chef up for you guys one time and chef up an oxtail meal. I mean, you guys are gonna have to buy it.
Yeah, that's fine. I think my mom has the hookup.
Well, I thought,
$14 a pound. I ain't buying like nigga. I know you can eat at least 8 pounds. Okay, you're gonna eat another 3, and then what am I gonna eat?
all right, you listen, you buy it and you show me the actual bill. I don't want to take what you tell me. You show me the actual
You don't
receipt.
trust me, nigga?
You show me the actual receipt, and I will e-transfer you, dude.
All right, I'll chef up for you guys one day. I haven't made it in a while because I've been lazy.
Let's just say, like, yo, I'm an alright cook. I can breakfast the hell out of anything. I'm alright cook. I know Clutch is. We used to work together too. I know Clutch can cook.
He's chef
And
up. He's chef up.
He's chef up.
I do a low 1-2 in the kitchen. You know?
1, 2, 3.
Low 1-2.
And I know Arliss can cook up, man, because we used to get down when going over these guys'
Breakfast
house.
of Champions.
Jeez. You weren't there for that. I don't know why Arliss is making noise like he was there.
No, he was there. He was there for the French edition of the Breakfast of
No,
Champions.
remember we were with
I know, but that was the Canadian edition. This is the French edition of Breakfast of
French
Champions.
edition.
Yeah.
Quebec, Quebecois. Okay, I remember that.
But yeah, like
That's it. Nah, cool. I like it. Yeah, nah, it's cool. It's
yeah,
cool.
we could do it up. We could do
I'm
it
down.
up. We could do it up.
I'm down. And like, yo, I love all types of cultures. And you know, it's beautiful how, you know, we're all in relationships now. We're all
Racial.
Sorry, I was about to say international relationships. No, interracial.
All over the world.
Interracial relationships. And just being with them is such a beautiful thing. And just being of different cultures is great. And like, okay, when we talk about like cultures and then like smashing, like what cultures do you guys feel is like coming up in today's age? Like, because when I look at cultures, I'm looking at like the African scene is killing it right now, and like we're more accepting of different cultures mashing with who we are in this society. Like when you go to Toronto, like there's just like this mashup of everything. Do you know what I mean? Like when you go to New York, it's like the same thing, right? So I see the African vibe coming in and killing it.
Well, I think African music is really leading that a lot right now. It's really coming in mainstream.
Yeah.
And they've been having their scene over there, but it took a while to break over here. But I've known a lot of African people, like closer when you get to, especially when you get closer to Toronto. There's a lot of African people that they just do their own little thing, you know? And now it's really starting to be, which is cool. It's really starting to be like a real big thing, and I appreciate that, you know what I mean?
Yo, listen to me. Burna Boy.
Don't even get me started.
Like, when I first heard this guy's song, yeah, like, yo, it's killing it. In cultures, it's like I'll pass certain people, and it's like you never seen them listen to this kind of music before. Me being one of them, I could definitely attest to that. I never used to listen to this shit before. Like,
No.
and I'm going mad over it right now. I don't know, man.
They found their thing, man. They found their thing, especially with a lot of the Afro fusion that they're doing now. It's really been able to hit mainstream radio. Which, I mean, I can't even say I listen to mainstream radio that much.
No, I don't.
But,
I don't.
you know, as once you break into that, that's when everything else trickles down. And, like, you know, you showed me a lot of like Burna Boy and DeVito and
WizKid.
yeah,
All these guys. Are you on that
they stay
African
on my
vibe, Clutch?
playlist.
No, not really.
Stay on my playlist.
Still
man.
on the hip hop?
Still on the hip hop.
So who you listening to that's like popping right now that I may not know of? Because there's a lot of fusion happening right now in terms of like especially like I can't talk about African music enough because it's like it's here and they've arrived and finally, because I used to dog all the African beats before back in the day. Remember in high school, any of those yo, stop that foolishness right now, right? So it's like now it's like, yo, put that double do on. Yo, put that one on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so like now it's switched up completely. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at right now, bro. Loving it, and that's my thing going forward. And also, because like we're jumping back and forth, so I love that where we've gone nowadays. Listen, fellas, I have something important I want to talk about. Very important.
Oh God.
I wanted to. I left the topic out for a little bit because I wanted to get into it because everybody is having everybody's getting into their own wave of what they want to do for replenishment and remedies and all these other things. Hairlines.
Oh gosh. I ain't got a hairline. I ain't got a hairline.
Hairlines.
I don't got a hairline. Clutch got a pretty nice hairline going
Clutch,
on.
you have a.
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
It's like it's been the same.
Yeah, I haven't cut my hair in like 3 weeks.
No, oh my God, Negro, I'm talking about from like grade 9, bro.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I don't know. No stress, I guess.
No stress.
Smoking a lot of weed, that's why.
Yeah, I mean, they got that. Maybe that's a cure that we don't know. I did smoke a lot of weed, so I can't really say it.
Yeah, when I used to smoke, I used to smoke. Yeah, but no, it's they have treatments, and I looked up some of the symptoms. You don't want to know.
What's the symptoms?
One of the symptoms.
Stress.
What? No. Some that bring the hairline back. One of the symptoms is you perform less in the bedroom. Let's just say that.
Okay, so fuck that. I'm staying bald, nigga.
No, there's one. There's one if it's going back. 'Cause listen, I'm saying now. When I say my name's Kevin Gordon Thomas, I say I'm Kevin Gordon Thomas with the best big ass forehead in the game right now.
You got a pretty big forehead, so. I'm just saying. Call it what it is.
Huh?
Call it what it is.
It is what it is, bro.
My forehead's bigger because it doesn't really end, but.
No, my forehead. But listen. The day that I gotta, and I'll admit it. The day that I wanna, get something done, I'm gonna call up Tory Lanez, be like, yo, Tory, or I'll holler at Tyga. I'd rather holler at Tory because his hairline is looking.
And he's from here.
And he's from Brampton, so he's well trusted in the community.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
His hairline's looking fresh, bro.
His hair, and it was looking. He looked alright with the bald head, but then now he switched it up, and now he's doing this like he paid for it, whatever. But it looks natural.
Yeah, it is his hair. He says
it is. They took it from the back and whatever, and
do
they do all
your
that
thing.
stuff. Well, even Tory. Like, do you guys listen to his Chick State?
Chick State 5.
Yeah,
I
listened to
mean,
it.
I personally think it could have been better, but I have such high expectations for him, man.
Every time I bring up Tory Lanez to this guy, he's like, "Yo, Tory's the best."
Yo, Tory's fire, man. He puts in work, and
Tory
nobody
is
can
fire.
tell me Tory doesn't have hits.
He does.
He has the flow. He knows how to make a tune.
He does.
And he can do it easily. And like when you start think like I remember like I was listening to some of his songs and was like, yo, this guy's gonna run out of tunes. Like, how do you use, and especially when you have a flow like his, that you use different melodies in one flow. He'll have like 3 melody changes or 3 flow changes in like the one verse. You're just using up all these things. Like next time you guys listen to a Tory Lanez verse, right? Listen to his verse, and then you listen to all his flows, and you could take each flow out of that one verse, and you could probably make a hook out of it. So that's 3 songs he just threw away just doing a verse. If you think about it like that. And like he's still coming out with
where
hits.
he can take a verse and make another chorus.
Yeah, just one part, not even the whole verse.
Yeah,
just
but
the flow change.
Yeah, but that's like a Juicy J format. Like Juicy J.
Yeah,
how many times
but
did Juicy J make a verse?
It's different when you're rapping and you're making a verse, and then when you're singing and putting a melody to it. Melodies, catchy melodies, is like the hardest thing to do.
Yeah, true.
It's the hardest thing to do. And when you bang Tory Lanez,
for that day, baby. Bad mind when I play, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be a hook right there.
So like that's the thing, and that's why I give him so much ratings, because he can do shit like that. Drake does shit like that too, and Drake just keeps coming with his hits.
Yeah, Drake's on another level.
So
man.
like, unless you're like, and it's harder to be a rapper and do that, because R&B, you don't really expect lyrics from an R&B artist. You do expect some sort of substance, but you don't expect lyrics. But from a rapper, you expect lyrics, and a rapper singer, you expect lyrics and melody. If you can do both, you're putting in work.
Do you think that he can surpass Drake?
No,
Ever?
no.
Why not?
It's Drake. Drake is like literally the biggest star of our decade right now.
Yeah, this is true.
So like you'd have to put in a lot of work. And I mean, he doesn't have that Drake-ness about him.
He has the aura.
Yeah, exactly. Tory has some of it, but it'll never be like Drake big.
Yeah.
It'll never be Drake big.
True. Yeah, because I like when I was looking at if you're looking at both of them, it's just 2 different vibes completely in terms of like content and structure and how they build their albums and like certain hits that they have.
Yeah.
Like, and I because I listen. I listened to Chicks tape, and I haven't finished it, but so far it's
Subpar.
it's alright.
It's not up to Tory Lanez Thunder. He had
It's
so
alright.
much more potential with what he did.
And there's a lot of samples, man. Like the
Yeah.
ones I've gone through right now, everything's like a sample,
Everything's
which
a
it is. Like it's a mixtape, whatever. Call it Chicks tape, fine, no problem. You know, so I think it's all right. It's pretty. It's okay.
Well, that's the thing. Like he sampled with the artist that made the original hit, and you had the
that's pretty
actual
good. Yeah, that's-
feature.
that's
like
clever, it's
you
clever.
had a recipe for oxtail right there. You know what I'm saying? You had a recipe for oxtail,
But made stew chicken.
But made stew and that's the thing. Like, I mean, I expected oxtail. When I seen that feature list, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I know. Did you see on his page how they did like the old school promo?
Yeah.
With the flames like Tory Lanez, all these Jagged Edge, Jermaine Dupri, Chris Brown, all these names. It's like the old school one.
That's a heavy hit.
Clever, it's clever. So like when I listened to it, it was all right. What I wish is that Jerry Sprunger, which is the track that was remixed by him and T-Pain from the original song, what's it called? I'm sprung. She got me doing things I never do. Yo, I feel like that song should have had way more traction.
I mean, give it some time, but yeah, I mean,
It's been a week.
A week is a long time nowadays.
Nowadays,
but
it's a long time. Like you were bringing up, you were trying to foolishness, trying to compare "Booed Up" before,
bro,
to
because
say-
Boot Up didn't hit for a year. It was sitting there.
Got it.
And you know what's funny?
What's
I'm
funny?
gonna tell you something.
What's funny?
I showed my girl Boot Up. I found Boot Up like before it blew up.
Yeah.
It was like under like 700,000 views,
Yeah.
which is still a decent amount. But it was like 700,000 views. I was like, yo, this tune bangs. And then boom, like 6 months later, I heard it on the radio. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then it just became like this biggest track. What are they? Hundreds of millions of views
You're
right,
right,
now.
right. But what I'm saying is, why I disagree with you is because that is of a unknown artist. That was her come up song.
I mean,
Tory
yeah.
is big. Anything Tory posts right now is 900,000 views. Like right off the bat. Let's just call it that.
Yeah.
If it's a Drake song, it's 2 million right off the bat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm saying is though, I feel because nobody gives T-Pain the respect he should be getting. Everything of what you see nowadays in the music industry in terms of these sing rappers is the T-Pain formula.
It is. It all came. They're T-Pain's babies. But like, what do you think? Like, how much respect do you?
I know, I get it,
from
because in the game,
T-Pain?
once you turn like 30, it's crazy how Drake still is like crazy popping. Like he's getting into like Jay-Z icon levels right now because Jay-Z can drop an album and it's crazy. Because Drake is like in his 30s. Drake is like 30.
I think he just hit 30.
No.
31?
No, man. He's like 30,
Well, you
32.
just Google it up.
32,
Hit it up.
something like that. But no, like Jerry Sprunger. I just wish that it had like what? We're in a week already, and it only has 2.2. I feel like it could have done a lot better.
2.3.
2 point. What did I say?
You said 2.2. I said what? 2.3. Would it be better?
2.3.
Shut up! No. I feel like it should get way more. Drake 33.
It's not.
Drake's
I mean,
33, bro.
Is people really checking for Tory Lanez, or is people not checking for T-Pain? Is that what it is?
Well, look at it, yo. I was so down and ready to buy tickets to his tour, but then they canceled it because of huh?
No, I heard about that.
Yeah,
They
like
canceled
not
it.
enough people buying it, whatever, right? But I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just like one of those fans.
Because you're a T-Pain fan.
I'm a T-Pain fan. Like
I
right now,
mean-
if what's that one artist? The one girl. Tell me what you want, baby.
LMA.
Buddha. No. The one who's dating Diddy.
Cassie.
Cassie.
What do you mean? How dare you?
No, dating Diddy.
How
Not dating Diddy.
The
dare
one who
you?
dated Diddy.
How dare you not remember her name? Dude, are you serious? What kind of blasphemy are you bringing into this
Let's
place?
introduce to all the viewers Arliss's celebrity crush.
Cassie is my bae, okay?
Celebrity
And
what?
I mean, she's pregnant now and everything, but like,
And you are not the father.
unfortunately. But I mean, Cassie is my babe. I've loved Cassie for a minute, but like, how does this guy come into my house and be like, what's her name again? No, there's no what's her name again.
But you know what? But,
put some respect on her name.
All right, I'm gonna
nigga.
put on the one respect. I'm gonna put respect on the one song she ever had.
You don't have to put respect. Anything Cassie does is a hit. People just don't recognize
Name me 3 Cassie hit songs. All you can hear is your baby crying in the background.
What do you mean?
That's why it's so embarrassing.
Yeah. What do you mean? People know
that she did a Diddy,
Yeah. What does that have to do with how beautiful she is,
bro.
There's a lot of models who's never had a hit song in the world. What are you bringing up her music for? Anything she does is a hit because she's great.
She's great.
Freaking hating ass.
Frosted Flakes.
Listen, man. Oh my gosh, you guys are funny. Listen, before we get out of here, I got to give a big shout out to the family of the deceased. Listen, in this day and age, people die, and then people say, "Oh, we love them," blah, 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 and then after a week, it just fizzles out. To this day, I still give big ups to Bernie Mac because I love Bernie Mac. But we got to give out a shout out to another big juggernaut that we lost, John Witherspoon.
Oh yes,
Pops.
Grandpa, granddad. Don't make me take off my belt.
Oh yeah,
Granddad,
man.
you high? No, I'm not, Huey. I'm not smoking the weed no more. Were you floating, Granddad?
Yeah, R.I.P. to a legend, man.
But
I was
it
just
was
watching a bunch of
boring,
interviews about him
Huey.
before he died.
Huh?
I was watching a bunch of interviews about him before he died.
Really?
And then he died, and I was like, oh shit.
Well, no, because he was
Better
on.
stop watching interviews.
He was on. No, he was on Joe Rogan like a couple months before he passed.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
Yeah, and he was on DJ Vlad.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah,
I gotta watch that
the
one.
whole thing. With
Wow.
Vlad
Like, yo,
TV.
if you find this podcast from some way because it's just so dope and you don't know who Granddad was, who John Witherspoon was, listen. First off, he's the guy from Friday. That
Second
should
off, you shouldn't be listening to this podcast. You don't
yeah, you don't know. Well, no, yo. So what I want to know is, did they finish the new season of Boondocks before he passed?
I don't know.
There was a new season coming out.
Yeah,
So he said on the Joe Rogan podcast, he's like just really, really casual. And Joe Rogan's like, yeah, so, how was working with all the people from Boondocks? He's like, yeah, it was good, and we bringing it back. Yeah, we bringing it back.
Yeah.
And then the internet went mad. All the black people were like, yo, it's crazy, da 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 da. And we just haven't heard anything from it after. So
No, it's actually like legit coming back. Who brought it back? Someone bought it and they brought it.
well, they brought it. So what it was is that they brought it back, and then they also got Aaron Gruber, who's the original writer and creator of it, who left on the 4th season. That's why the 4th season was so shit.
Yeah.
You guys remember that season? It was so bad. Like
I stopped watching it that season.
Oh, I watched the whole season just to try to show love, but no.
It wasn't working.
No, it wasn't working. It wasn't working. It won't work. So no, John Witherspoon, we loved him. Big ups to the whole family, and that's it for us right now. This is the Serious Podcast, Serious Business Podcast.
Yes, sir.
The Not So Serious Podcast, and we really hope that you took us seriously.
But
Not really.
not really.
Somewhat serious.
All right, yeah. So make sure that you follow us. We got all of our Instagrams popping. We got our Twitters going right now. So make sure that you follow us there. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. All that stuff. Make sure that you subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And we out.
Like 3 strikes.